What's going on, people? Welcome back to another episode of the Celta Vigo career mode. Now, a couple of things before we start. Firstly, I have got a fan on, which you can probably hear in the background, which I apologise for. But unfortunately, we're just going to have to deal with it today because it's still incredibly warm here in the UK. And I obviously need to make sure that although I am having to record these videos, I am also staying cool as it is. So, that is that first thing. The second thing is that today we have 7 hours left in this transfer window and we will have our very own Galactico joining us. You know, the likes of Real Madrid and stuff, they like to bring in, you know, one big player every sort of few seasons or so. And today we're going to be having our own. So I've put it over to you guys and I said, who do you want to see us join, who do you want to see join us, I should say, at Celta Vigo. I got so many comments, so thank you for that. Now, to talk about those comments, the ones that were, you know, young players ready for the future, such as Arp, Angel Gomez, and stuff like that, they're not in my plans now. The reason for that is that I have so much money, and my team's already pretty good, that I want to bring in a massive, you know, marquee player. That's what I'm kind of thinking in my head. So that takes out those guys. Now, if I show you the ones I've shortlisted, because there's quite a few, the first and top comment was for Irving Lozano, and as good as he is, he's 83 rated at this point. It says, as I go to buy him, that the player is not for sale because he's too important at PSV. So yeah, that one isn't a possibility. I don't know why that is that case. I've not actually seen that before until now. So yeah, pretty much, I don't actually know why it is the case that we can't buy him. But with 7 hours left, we have Sadio Mane, we have Leroy Sané, we have Mbappe, Jesus, and Marcus Rashford. All 5 of these guys, apart from Mane, who I actually added myself because he popped up, have been suggested by you. And all of them would become a really, really good fit for the club. So I think my plan is to try and negotiate a deal for pretty much all 4, see what the clubs are wanting for each of their players, and then we'll make our decision based on that. We have 7 hours to work with, and the chances are, by the end of those 7 hours, we will have a new world-class player at the club. I'm yet to know who that's going to be, but I'm hoping I will make the right decision for you guys. Alright, so first up, we're going to go with Leroy Sané and work our way down. I might even offer from Sadio Mane at some point as well. We'll decide on that one. I've got a feeling Mbappe is probably going to be the most expensive, as you can see, with the we might have to offer between the regions of. That thing's popped up. He has, of course, got age on his side. He's slightly younger than the other guys involved. Of course, a year younger than Jesus and Rashford, and 3 years younger than Leroy Sané. So we'll start with Sané. Let's approach to buy, see what Manchester City say. The only problem with this is that in the regards that, you know, I like to weaken my rivals by bringing in transfers, which is why Asensio would have been perfect because it weakens Real Madrid. These won't, because these guys are playing in the Premier League. So starting with Leroy Sané then, I'm going to bump it up to a 70 million starting offer. We'll see what they say. Okay, so for Sané, they want 93, but I think we can get them down on this one. So I started with 70. I'm going to bump it up to 75. Obviously, I don't have a lot of time to work with, so I can't really annoy any managers. I have to make sure that I'm being, you know, nice in my offers. 75. They're willing to accept that. So, in principle, we have a £75 million deal agreed for 89 rated Leroy Sané. That's the first one that we were able to do. Next up, Kylian Mbappe. All right, Mbappe, what we're thinking for him then. Again, I think I'm going to start off with that £70 million that we did with Manchester City for Leroy Sané. But as I said, they're probably going to try and price us out of this because £111 million is a lot of money. So I'm going to bump it down to about 76. They still want that 111. It looks like Leroy Sané is going to be in pole position after this because I don't think we're going to be able to get Kylian Mbappe as I first suspected. They're going to need to take some time for that, but with 7 hours in the window, we really can't wait for them to take time. So, stalled on an £83 million deal. I will have just enough in the weekly wage as well, if they accept that, to be able to make the signing happen. But chances are they're not going to accept it, and we only have 7 hours to work with, so I need to think about that. So, as I mentioned, the third player then that we're going to be doing is going to be Gabriel Jesus, 89 rated right now. Still with Manchester City. Again, going to start off with that 70 million basis that we keep doing. These guys want 93.9. So, again, I'm going to counter that and try and get for the same price that we got for Leroy Sané. So, let's do it with this one. 75 million. Come on, Manchester City. That's a fair offer. Oh, well, that hasn't made my decision any easier because now we have Sané and Jesus, which we both have agreed terms for. I guess I can still do it for Marcus Rashford, so we will go ahead and still make an offer for Rashford, because he looks like he might be considerably cheaper than those guys. If I could get him for like 40 million, that would be perfect. I'm not expecting that though, so they said to offer in the region of 45. So let's offer 48 million pounds for Marcus Rashford. Oh my goodness me, only 50 million pounds for Marcus Rashford. What is this witchcraft? Am I missing something here? Because that is 49.7 is ridiculously cheap. I feel like I've missed something somewhere. So we've got 75 million agreed for Gabriel Jesus, 75 million agreed for Leroy Sané, or 49 million agreed for Marcus Rashford. Obviously, Sané and Jesus have 2 more overall ratings, but they are considerably more in the weekly wage as well. Contract length is 6 months. That's the reason why he's so cheap, Marcus Rashford. Of course, we can't offer him a pre-contract deal. And that's why he's so cheap, because his contract is so low. Ooh, this could be an interesting one. Okay, so I'm going to go and negotiate a contract for all 3 and see what we're kind of working with on these guys. Of course, I think Rashford is probably going to be the one that I go with, just because he is cheaper and he has the same potential as pretty much Leroy Sané does. So crucial for Gabriel Jesus. And also, Rashford is taller and has the 4-star, 4-star, which I like. So there's also that to think about. Jesus, there'll be no release clause in your contract, mate. How much wage are you wanting, though? 250k. I can't give him the bonus. Oh, man, this is the difficult decision. I like the idea of Jesus, but I like the idea of Rashford, and I like the idea of Leroy Sané. Jesus has 4-star, 4-star. Rashford has 4-star, 4-star. Sané only has 3-star, 3-star. Okay. I'm going to end negotiations with Jesus. So he is not going to be joining us here at Celta Vigo. As I mentioned, Sané with a 3-star, 3-star. Rashford with a 4-star, 4-star, and he has the height. Oh, I honestly think that Marcus Rashford is going to be the man that we bring in. Especially because Manchester United knocked us out last season, so I want to weaken them even further. Yeah, screw it. I'm weakening Manchester United. That's what I'm going to do. They obviously knocked us out of the Champions League, so if I can weaken them even further, that'll be perfect. So let's see if we can get Marcus Rashford in. Crucial first-team player, because that's what he will be. We're also going to offer him a 4-year contract. I don't want to give him a release clause, which he's probably going to ask for. Yeah, he wants a release clause. I knew it. That's not going to happen. Let's have a look at what he wants in terms of his wages. 190k plus a signing bonus plus appearance bonus. I'm going to counter, remove the bonus, and offer him the wage. Come on, boys. We want to get him into the club. 220k a week. Would he take 205 maybe? Not like I need the money or anything, but I'm just thinking in regards to that. Get him on as cheap as possible. 220 is what he wants. All right, well, fair enough. You can have your 220, mate. That becomes the major signing in this transfer window. Marcus Rashford is a Celta Vigo player. We've weakened Manchester United. We've strengthened ourselves. Hopefully I made the right decision there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. But what does this now mean for Maxi Gomez? When he comes back from his injury, he isn't going to be playing for us, I don't think. Because the truth is, he's out of the team and potentially he's lost his place now. And here are Marcus Rashford's stats, of course. Good free kick accuracy, sensational finish. You know, he's just got an all-round great set of stats. Can play striker, left mid, right mid, 6'1", right-footed, high, 4-star, 4-star. It's just, yeah, he's a beast. So I think this might make me change formation as well now. I think I'm probably going to go to like a 4-3-2-1 or something along those lines just to get him involved in the team. So let me switch formation then whilst I'm here. And as I mentioned, it's probably going to be Fekir in the middle, so we will move him back into there. Alongside Fekir, there will be Golovin and Cyprian. Alan will drop to the bench. We'll bring on Rashford. And then Pion, Sisto and Rashford, either one can play on either side. But just because of that, we'll play Sisto on the left, Belotti up front, Rashford on the right. And that team right there on your screen, if we don't win a Champions League with this team, I'm considering that a massive underachievement, because that team is good enough to win one. It's all down to how I play now, and whether or not that's going to be this season that we win it or the next season, I don't know. but definitely that team is good enough. So, in terms of the biggest deals from the January window, we obviously know about the other windows. Icardi obviously going, but Malcolm has joined Dortmund, 73 million. You'll have seen that last episode. In terms of deadline day signings, Talisca joined Manchester City, which I think we also saw as well. Kovacic joining Wolfsburg. Skriniar joined PSG. That happened on deadline day. £52.3 million for the centre-back, which he's actually 85 rated. So 52 mil for an 85 rated centre-back when you consider that we purchased Rashford for cheaper than that, and he's higher rated and an attacker. Blanco joined Burnley, of course, for 50 million. He went on the 30th, but that is confirmation. Rashford joining us here at Celta for £49 million. He's 2 overalls higher as well than Ruben Blanco, so I think we got a good deal there in my personal terms. Unal has joined Fiorentina from Villarreal. He had a great start to the campaign, did Enes Unal, and definitely caused me problems earlier on in the season. But luckily, he's out of our league now, and he's not there anymore. Dortmund have signed Virgil van Dijk. They've spent a hell of money of Dortmund, I've got to say that. It's ridiculous. You know, they spent 70 million on Santi Mina not so long ago. Now they've spent another like 120 million combined on Malcolm and Virgil van Dijk. They've just got money to blow. I don't know what it is. Oh, transfer offer for Nabil Fekir from out of nowhere. Ah, oh, dearie me. This is ridiculous. You know what? I don't want to let him go, so I'm going to counter this. I'm going to counter something stupid like 150 million. And if they accept this, then I'll be damned, because they just won't accept this at all. 150 million. He's going to decline this, 100%. 102 million. No, Wenger. Give me that 150 million that I'm telling you about. I want the 150. You can stretch to that. The board will give you it. 104? Pfft. Nah, Wenger. 150 million. All right, I'll be kind. 149 million. You know what I'm saying? That's kind, right? There we go. I told you he wouldn't match it. Imagine the scenes if he did, though. That would be something, wouldn't it? And we'd be able to spend all that money again. But still, got some stuff to do, and then we will get into the game against Barca. Slight problem. I actually have so many players in this youth academy that are good, and I don't have space to sign anybody else up. Oh, dear. Like, I've literally got no space anymore. So, from here on out, I don't have space to promote them in my team either, so I've literally got to just basically release players. It's kind of crazy, the amount of youth of academy players I've got. And Bayer didn't actually leave the club in this window, which is kind of surprising. Nevertheless, we are ready to go into game against Barcelona. That is the team we're going to be playing for it. Lopez in goal, Alonso, De Ligt, Manolas, and Mayo. Midfield 3, not a midfield 4, of Nabil Fekir, Cyprian, and Golovin. Sisto, Belotti, and Rashford up top. We have so much quality in our front 3 that this is going to be a thrashing if Barcelona can't defend. But then, on the other side of that, are we going to be able to defend ourselves? I mean, we saw in the last episode, we played them. It was a 3-2 thriller. We came out on top. We were able to get the 3 points. But now we're going to their ground. Is that going to play a factor? Will we be able to, play well with our new team, our new look team, our new formation with Marcus Rashford in there as well? I'm sure there'll be goals. But the question is, will we get a clean sheet? So then, here we go. Just how many goals are we going to score today with this team? Rashford starts. Kind of funny seeing him in a Celta Vigo kit, but nevertheless, he is in it. Here is Nabil Fekir. I think we just got to use the ball early on here. Of course, get used to this formation slightly because it is different to the 4-1-2-1-2 that we were playing. Cyprian in towards Fekir. We've got Golovin playing a more advanced role. Nabil Fekir, great turn. Fekir towards Pion Sisto. Good cut out by Semedo. What will Sisto do? You know, how is he going to react to playing in a different position? Because he was playing up front and he had a sensational few, kind of games up front. Now he's back out on that wing. Will he play better? Will he play worse? How's Belotti going to play? He's back up at striker on his own. There's already a bit of defending to do here, and I haven't really done it very well. Kingsley Coman now cutting inside. I'm just trying to stop them going forward, but I'm not doing a very good job of this at the moment. Semedo, inside it goes towards Lionel Messi, back towards Rafinha. And here comes Barcelona for an early chance. Coutinho out towards Jordi Alba. There's a man free in the middle, but Manolas steps in brilliantly. Marcus Rashford. Now towards Andrea Belotti, who gets to turn. Belotti running forward. Andrea Belotti still towards Pion Sisto. Sisto! 1-0 Celta Vigo. He chips the keeper. There is no doubt about it when Pion Sisto is through on goal, because he will find the net. And it's not Marcus Rashford who's got our first of the afternoon. It's the old faithful in Pion Sisto. We didn't even need Marcus Rashford. We could have just played Pion Sisto the entire time. In fact, give me a team of 11 Pion Sistos and I'll win the league easily. Just saying that right now. Lovely finish from Pion. 1-0 Celta. What a start to this game. Can't really ask for much more than that, can you? Double Fekir wins it back. Now Sisto towards Belotti. Belotti towards Rashford, who gets to run at the defence. Marcus Rashford, and here he goes again. He's got Sisto on one side, Belotti on the other. P on Sisto. Citizen saves it. Should have been 2-0. You'd expect better from us when we're in that position. We are tearing apart this Barcelona backline, by the way. This front three, they're not able to contend with it. Here's Double Fekir now looking for a curler. Kingsley Coman will block that. It's going to be a corner ball, Celta. And as I mentioned, this front three really are causing problems. Fekir now in towards Marcus Rashford again. Here is he, Marcus Rashford. Delivery, good. Manolas header. I tell you what, Manolas's headers are not very good when it comes to being in that sort of position. He's got to do better with that. No joke, the ball just sticks to Messi like glue, and Barca have found an equaliser. 1-1 in the game. I just can't get the ball off of Lionel Messi. I know he's a quality player and all, but literally, every time I make a tackle, the ball's falling back to him, and it's just not going my way. Great finish from Aracardi. Barca 1, Celta 1. Pau Lopez useless again. How many times have I said that about our goalkeepers? First shot from Barca goes in the back of the net, and that takes us into half-time. So no clean sheet yet. Barca fans are loving this, which I don't understand because their team have been second best. They've had that one chance and it's gone in. Then again, it doesn't really matter if they get a result, does it? Look at that. They've had more of the ball, but we've had 4 chances to their 1. And yet, we're 1-1 in the game. Rashford. Cyprian. We need Marcus Rashford to actually do something. Been a very weird debut to his Celta career. Mayo across the face of goal. Rashford. If that had have actually stayed in and Barca had have got that, I'd have been a bit surprised with that one. Cyprian now with a corner. Whipped in towards the middle. Towards the box, and De Ligt gets there. Why are our headers always so poor in the box? It's another centre-back winning a header. Not Manolas this time. It's De Ligt this time. And again, the outcome is poor. Still might not be the end. Just track that run. Why is he allowed to run through? I don't get this game sometimes. Now Cyprian's passing it to the wrong player. There was a player on the inside and Cyprian chose to go instead somewhere else completely. If they score here, I'm going to be so tilted. Nice ball through. Coman's in. I can't deal with this game sometimes. Barca 2, Celta 1. And it's come from 3 mistakes in a row by us. 3 mistakes in a row. We're going to lose the game here. And I don't know how this is happening to me. Every single game, it always happens from our mistakes. Poor tackle again. But look, watch this, guys. Watch this, right? Right, watch this, guys. This is the build-up to us just conceding there. The ball comes out here to Cyprian. He's got 2 players free. Look at that. Fekir and Golovin. Where did he pass it? There. Cyprian's getting dropped next game. That's the end of the game. A 2-1 defeat here. I'm the least bit pleased, as you can probably tell by the tone of my voice. Should have got 3 points from that. I think Barca, yeah, 3 shots, 2 goals. Bull. Absolute bull. And this is that goes down to the sliders because it's just stupid. You literally can't let them have 1 shot. I may as well be playing without a goalkeeper because that's the way it goes. Oh, my goodness me. Anyways, we lose in the first game of the episode. That 4-3-2-1 clearly didn't work out. We're going to have to rethink this. Cyprian's getting dropped as well because he was shocking. It now moves Real Madrid to a point behind us. It's all to play for in this league. There's 18 games to go and nothing is set in stone yet. Alright, so we are going to be simming this one against Espanyol. It is at home. It should be us winning this game and getting 3 points. I've got no doubts about it. Cyprian has been dropped. Alan comes into the side. He plays in midfield. Rashford scores his first goal for the club here. Inside 7 minutes. It's a shame I couldn't actually do it in the last one against Barca. I still can't believe we lost that 2-1. Still can't believe it. Arguably, it's revenge, I guess you could say, for the first one. You know, last episode we beat them 3-2. Belotti scored twice here, and we are leading 3-0. It should be 3 points for us. Atletico Madrid are beating Bilbao by 2-1 after going a 0 down. We do get the 3 points here. The pressure's massively on us, though, because Real Madrid keep winning as well. Look at this. They're literally a point behind us. Of course, my mug is going to be blocking this. So we're on 48. They're on 47. We do, however, have a much better goal difference. We have 20 more goals scored. Goal difference than Real Madrid do. Because we scored 52, and the next highest is Barca scoring 35. We've scored the most and conceded the less this season as well. Or least, should I say. So goal difference-wise, we're okay. But points-wise, not so much. There's literally a point in it. And now we face Las Palmas. I'm going to actually play the same formation, but this time I'm going to start Alan instead. I'm also going to instruct him to stay back while attacking because we don't need him to go up. We've got enough in the front 3 and, you know, the midfield 2 of Fekir and Golovin to be able to use them, to be able to create chances, and then hopefully the front 3 finish them off. I'll try it out one more time. If this formation doesn't work, though, I'm going to have to rethink it possibly. Maybe I need to put I actually don't know what I'd do if I was switching this. Anyways, let's go into game against Las Palmas. We won't have a defeat here. I'm feeling confident that I'll play enough to be able to do this. Having said that, though, I mentioned about the fact that this team is good enough to win a Champions League. The way I'm playing doesn't suggest that. And I don't know what it is exactly. Something's not clicking with me right now. And I don't know if it's defensively. Because, again, I just don't seem to be able to defend. Every time we go into game, you're expecting me to concede because it's not likely we're going to get a clean sheet. And also, my two centre-backs, I don't know what it is with them. They never seem to be able to head the ball where I want the ball going. Fekir. Sisto make the run down the wing. Why are you always stood still? 1-2 with Nabil Fekir. I don't know what Pion Sisto's doing, but it's stressing me out. Fekir, in towards the box. Run a long way. Across face a goal. We've actually scored 1-0. This game. What is going on? Sisto, again, instead of making the run down the wing, runs inside. He's playing out on the wing, by the way. And yet, never mind. 1-0 up. I can't complain. It's like I'm being salty about the fact that I'm winning the game. And I don't like that. But still, Celta 1, Las Palmas 0. It was such a bad goal as well. Oh, my goodness me. Belotti scored, though, so I can't really say too much. That's our first chance. So you remember last game when I was talking about Barca scoring from their first shot? Well, take it all back because I've done exactly the same thing. And we have been the worst team here so far. Great winner by Allen. As he feeds Belotti. Now Marcus Rashford in towards the Las Palmas penalty area he goes. Cuts it back on the left foot. Still Marcus Rashford. That is a great tackle. I didn't have an outlet pass, man. Why every time is there no outlet pass? I'm changing formation, by the way, because this 4-3-2-1 ain't working. I'm actually going to put Sisto out on the left and say sit there, basically. And as we still lead here by a goal to 0. Doesn't really matter by all accounts, because we are probably still going to concede, knowing me. Sisto backwards towards Marcus Alonso. We made a good run for him, but I couldn't actually find him on the return ball because the defender cut it out. Belotti in towards Allen, towards Golovin, back towards Belotti. Lovely play. Andrea Belotti's got to score. Why is he taking that left foot? Why is he taking it with his left foot? Look, right? Guys, this is what I'm talking about. The move was brilliant, and then look at this, right? The touch here. It was a poor first touch from Belotti, I'm not going to lie. But just hit this with your right. Why are you going left-footed? I don't get why. If that's right foot, it's in the back of the net. It's 2-0. Half-time whistle goes. It remains a goal to 0 here to us. And even though we are winning, I feel like my team are just not playing the way I want them to play. And although it's great getting a win and everything, I still need them to react to what I want them to play as. Because otherwise, it's just not working. Second half coming up, though. As I mentioned, what's the likelihood we actually keep a clean sheet? I'm not so sure. Las Palmas have had chances, and they've had the ball in our area quite a few times as well. So again, the likelihood is we will have to defend at some point. Fekir, there was a great run made by Belotti. I tried to find him, but I actually couldn't get the pass through. Great win back by Allen. Fekir again. Sisto down the line. Pion Sisto in towards the penalty area. Now Sisto on the ball roll. Gets inside. Pion Sisto. Should have squared it to Belotti. I didn't actually see that it was free there. Instead, I took the shot on with Pion. I should have actually squared it. Belotti had got free. Cross whipped in. Delict header. Again. Another header from our centre-back goes wide. Do you guys see what I'm talking about? Fekir towards Pion Sisto again as he drives forward again. Pion Sisto across face of goal. Rashford's there. It's 2-0. I thought for a moment Marcus Rashford had skied that. I was about to go mental with Marcus Rashford. It's his second goal in Celta Vigo colours. Worked it well by Pion Sisto. And we do have that second goal. There's no reaction from me, of course, because we're expected to win this game. So I'm not going to be over, you know, celebrating or whatever. But still, it's nice to find the second. It's calmed my nerves a little bit. And now, obviously, to add to that, we need the clean sheet. Get the confidence going and get it flowing again. And as it stands, we are heading to 3 points. I'm probably going to make a few changes as well, because I've just realised that after this game, we've got a round of 16 Champions League tie to come. So I need to think about that as well, as Andrea Belotti steals that ball back. Golovin. We know he can whip good crosses in towards the box here. Can he get one on this occasion? Does the defender brilliantly, Golovin. That was absolutely sensational. Now towards the byline. Cuts it back. Rashford's there. It's got to be. It's off both posts, but it's in anyway. Las Palmas 0, Celta Vigo 3. Rashford adds the third to the mixer, but it was brilliantly worked by Golovin on the right-hand side. You have to give him major credit for that. Look at the work he had before lead up to the goal. Cuts it right to the byline. I thought for a second he actually ran the ball out of play. But nope, keeps it just about in. That's one of the worst goalkeeping saves I've ever seen in my life. And Marcus Rashford scores anyway. Celta 3, Udi Las Palmas 0. I'm going to make a couple of changes because I think the 3 points are now secure. Nice work. Golovin deserves a goal for his performance today. He might get it here. Golovin. Oh, that is brilliant from the Russian. Absolutely sensational stuff from Alexander Golovin. And it's the Las Palmas 0 Celta 4. Lovely goal. And I have to give him credit. He's been brilliant today. He's definitely deserving. I think he's going to get man of the match here. Unless Marcus Rashford gets it for his 2 goals. But that is great skill. Through the legs of Lemos into that top corner. Not a lot the goalkeeper can do against that one. The changes that we made will now actually come on the field of play as well. So we will have the changes actually in force here. Alexander Golovin, though, what a finish. Sessegnon wins it back and then somehow doesn't actually get the ball. And we're forced into another save from Pau Lopez. I just don't get how we didn't win the ball there. It was a perfectly fine tackle. Got enough of the ball as well. Somehow didn't actually come away with this. Pau Lopez, though, will catch that. And he will throw it towards Allen. Gets us back on the front foot here. Up towards Andres Pereira, who's off the bench with fresh legs. Regis Crespi is the man making the run for him. He's found him as well. What can he do, Regis Crespi? Back in towards Pereira. This is good stuff. Is it 5 for us? It's got to be. It is 5. And Las Palmas have been torn apart in this second half. Now, I've got a problem with this goal, and I'll tell you what that problem is. And EA need to fix this. Sometimes when you do skill moves, by the way, I'm going to show you this just because I don't want anybody commenting about the fact that it's, I don't know, anything, right? Sometimes when you do skill moves, players don't react, okay? So this definitely needs to be fixed by next FIFA. Because I'll show you this on the instant replay. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. Watch when Pereira does a fake shot here. So look at the defender. Comes to shape up and stop him, right? Pereira fake shots. Watch what happens. He just stands still. It's like he's so confused. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I understand, obviously, that in some cases, defenders would be a bit bamboozled, but there's no reason why he needs to stop. And EA need to find a fix for that because it hasn't, you know, it's not a great thing to see, and then it kind of, you know, frustrates people because the goals are a little bit too easy if they're doing stuff like that. So, yeah, I hope EA fix it for the next one because it's just stupid, really. But nevertheless, what a finish by Pereira. 5-0. Comfortable win in the end. Nice ball from Ezekiel, but it's an easy one for us, and they're going to be actually, you know what, got to give him credit. I always say about the fact that my keeper's sometimes useless. That was a fantastic save, Pau Lopez. But again, defensively, one pass has opened us up, and it's far, far too easily. We've got to be better than that. Regis Crespi looking for an outlet pass. Somehow Sessegnon's got that back. Now Allen feeding Fekir towards Regis Crespi. And that will take us into the full-time whistle. So, 5-0 win. Confidence oozing through there. We did give a few chances away from Las Palmas and forced Pau Lopez into a few saves as well. So, for once, my keeper was actually useful. And that's something good. But, you know, looking at the way I'm playing at the moment, I said this team should win a Champions League trophy. If I don't perform, then that's not going to be possible. And the way I'm playing, I don't think it's going to be possible. Okay, so I've switched around the team. I'm going with a 4-3-3 holding, as we did for that Las Palmas game. Or switched to in the Las Palmas game, I should say. We've actually going to be dropping Nabil Fekir as well. Not because of form or anything. I'm just thinking the experience of Daniel Vaz, bringing him into the midfield, will help us out massively. Also, alongside that, De Ligt is dropped out. And that one is due to form. Not had a great episode, so I feel like Ruben Dias, he deserves a shout. We'll see what he's got. Manolas stats alongside him, of course. Other than that, it is unchanged from that 5-0 win. By Leverkusen, it's the away leg first, so I would like to come away from this with a few, you know, away goals. So that's going to be the aim here. Trying to score as much as we can, not really trying to think about defending, which is something that we always seem to do. But we'll see what's going to happen in this game. I'm not sure what kind of side they're going to have either. So again, we'll check out how good that's going to be. But our team, even if we're against like a really strong Leverkusen side, we should beat them. Playing in the snow as well. This is a nice change, I should say. I wonder what the ball's going to be. It's probably going to be like yellow or something because, of course, if it's white, it's harder to see in the snow. But the two teams are ready. The boys are going to be shaking hands. I've seen a few Leverkusen players. They've obviously got Leno. I do like the look of Leno. I was going to try and bring him in, but I didn't have enough money in the kitty to do so. Dani Garcia, a former Celta player, of course, was with us last season. He transferred to Bayer Leverkusen, and he captains their side today. So, massive credit to him. Obviously, they must rate him very highly over there. Who else have got? Leon Bailey's there, Munayin, Volland. It's not a bad side, this, and they can cause us problems. So we'll see what's going to happen, of course. As I mentioned, that's their starting 11. Kimpembe at the back alongside Sven Bender. In the midfield is Dani Garcia, captains the side. Alongside that is Bender's brother, Lars, Bailey, Sarabia, Munayin, and Volland. But again, I think we've got the stronger team. Game is underway in the snow. Who's going to come out on top, though? That is the question that people are asking in this first leg now. Of course, there is two legs, so even if One team smashes one in the other, they still have a chance in the second. And anything is possible with Champions League football. You know, we've seen some miraculous comebacks in the past as Vas wins that header to nobody, though. And Leverkusen already looking for a long ball over the top, which Hugo Mayo should cut out, and does that. And here goes Golovin now to pick up the pieces. Golovin actually finds a brilliant pass towards Marcus Rashford, who cuts inside of one. Still Marcus Rashford on the left foot. Marcus Rashford! I thought it was 1-0. Genuinely thought the bottom corner had been found by the Englishman. Turns out I was wrong. How close is he? He's not far away, but, you know, I know that's his weaker foot, but with a 4-star, I was feeling pretty confident. I was like, he's going to score this. And it wasn't meant to be. I've got to say again, though, Golovin with a nice pass through. What's kind of funny as well is the fact that we have so many attacking talents in this team. Yet I think the player to watch and the man that's going to open up this Leverkusen backline is probably going to be Alexander Golovin. So he's definitely the one to watch in this game. And let me know as well, guys, if I'm saying his name wrong, because I am really bad with pronunciations as he comes forward again here, the Russian. Golovin's left foot! Hit the target, man. He is the player to watch for me, and he showed why there, taking on his man, beating him, but then he's got to find a better finish. And again, he's trying to just work the space to potentially get a shot away. Instead finds Vas. Vas curling one. Comes towards Belotti. We take the lead. There is the opener in this game. And maybe now Bayer Leverkusen will stop being camped in their half and actually come out and try and make this a game of football. It frustrates me so much when I see teams in the home leg sat back wanting to defend. I get the game plan. I understand that away goals are important. So conceding as least as you possibly can is a good way to go about it. But it just does not make the game entertaining when you're sat there trying to break through 10 players, because that's the way they're set up. Lovely finish, Belotti. Leno gets a hand to it. Can't keep it out. We do take the lead. And as I mentioned, maybe now that sparks some life in Leverkusen. They actually start committing some men forward. Shot deflected behind. It's Bayer Leverkusen's first chance, and it's a corner on the stroke of half-time. We conceded on the stroke of half-time against Barca, and that led us to a 2-1 defeat. We don't want to do the same thing. Golovin gets the header away. That should be taking us into the half-time whistle. Bayer Leverkusen leaving the ball. I don't understand what is going on here. They legit have sat back in this first half and just let us have the pressure on them. Makes no sense going into the game plan with that way. Luckily, we've actually got through here. I don't quite know how it's worked out. Pion Sisto in towards the box. Pion Sisto! Leno gets his leg out and makes a fantastic save. There wasn't a lot for me to do there. I looked to try and square it, but there wasn't really anybody available. Rashford's delivering towards the box. Kimpembe away. Alan will pick it up, though. Now we'll find Vas. Vas to Golovin. Golovin in towards Marcus Alonso, who's on the right foot instead of his left. Has he got a good enough delivery, though, on his right? It's in towards the box. It's cleared away by Leverkusen. Back at them it comes, though. There's now Vas from the Alan header. Will pick it up again. Marcus Alonso. Just trying to get the ball back into a danger area if I can. Hugo Mayo. And at the moment, I can't actually find an outlet pass that I'm looking for. Alonso, Rashford, Golovin. Now we actually have worked it well. Golovin towards Vas. Vas! Get in the back of the net. 2-0 Celta. That's what we like to see. Really nicely worked as well. 20 minutes left in this game. 2-0 up. That's what we came here to do. Vas, his inclusion has been justified. Lovely finish. Great work from Golovin, though. Again, said he was going to be our star player, and it certainly worked out that way. What a ball inside towards Vas. And at the near post, he smashes home. And I don't want to make any changes because I'm not going to upset the balance of play here. The question is, guys, right? I've got a question for you. Now, this season, obviously, we won the league last year, the La Liga. That's a poor ball, by the way. Sisto's going to pick that up, but give it straight back. We somehow have got it away. I don't actually know how that's worked. But yeah, last year we won La Liga. Would you guys take us losing the La Liga title if it meant we would win the Champions League? Leave me a comment down below. That's a great delivery. Leno punches away, though. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Would you take us losing La Liga title to, like, Real Madrid or something if it meant we would win the Champions League? Or, in fact, for that matter, reach a Champions League final? Here goes Alonso. Marcus Alonso towards Belotti. Belotti back towards Alonso. Brilliant play. Marcus Alonso! Leno, is that actually saved? Should have been 3-0. We should be home and dry in this tie. Somehow it stays out. Sisto towards the edge of the area where Ruben Diaz is, of all people. Why is he not in the box, actually, now I think about it? Why is my centre-back not in the box for a header? Don't know. Vas. Sisto. Alonso. Belotti. Lovely play. And here goes Andrea Belotti. Fake shots in towards the box. Belotti! Now the post stops us. Yay. I'm sick of this game. I don't get how we haven't scored. We win 2-0, but it should have been 3. We should be through to the next round of the Champions League already. But hey, listen, I can't complain. We won the game. I'm a poet, and I never even knew it. And I mean, that just really kind of highlights it. They had one game plan by Leverkusen, and that was to sit back and allow us to have the ball in their half and hopefully try and defend, which didn't work in the end, did it? 2-0 to us. They had 2 shots, and it was an easy game in the end. Golovin got man of the match, very deservingly so as well. Manchester United beat Juventus, so they are through to the next round. If we meet Manchester United in the next round of this Champions League and get knocked out again, I will actually quit. I can't comprehend it. Don't give me Manchester United, at least until the final. Anyways, that's going to be how we end today's episode off, guys. If you did enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated. As always, thank you so much for all of your support on the channel. If you are new around here and like what you see, the subscribe button is down below. Alongside that is a notification bell. As I mentioned earlier, apologies for the background noise with a fan, but I had to have it on. It's just way too warm in here right now as well. Sisto is the top scorer in La Liga. Sweet. Pereira's got 9? Wow. I didn't know Pereira had 9 goals. That's sick. Anyways, as I mentioned, thank you for watching, guys. In terms of the signing we made, obviously, I tried to make my best to make the right decision. Hopefully, you guys understand that. And yeah, I will see you all for another episode in the series very, very soon, guys. Make sure you are staying tuned by subscribing. Also, do leave me a comment saying, would you prefer it if we won the Champions League and maybe lost La Liga? Do I put all my eggs in that basket and focus on that? What do I do in that situation? But still, I'll see you all again very, very soon. Adios.